Your Smart Show first look at a Hillary Clinton campaign Secret Service overreach as they bully a young woman, grabbing her off of private property and dragging her across the street, a full 40 minutes before the Clinton convoy would even appear. The bullying wasn't lost on the European press or on the hundreds of Sanders supporters' smartphones as they'd assembled to protest big money and corporate money in politics. You'll see firsthand behind the scenes how George Clooney's $330,000 Cocktails with Clinton fundraiser was successfully offset by a $27 Sanders fundraiser for the 99% held by Clooney's own neighbor, a successful stunt that was watched around the world. Behind me are the famous Hollywood Hills, and behind that hill is the home of George Clooney, where in just a few hours, former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton will show up for a fundraiser where a table cost over $325,000 per guest. And guess what's going to happen right next door? Well, on this blustery day, Bernie Sanders supporters have gotten the home of another millionaire to throw a Clooney counterparty with a big surprise. A stunt that triggers public awareness far and wide after Hillary Clinton's big money fundraising convoy is showered with money, much like the Embarrased officials recently involved in the FIFA soccer scandal. And when offered the actual note to George Clooney from his neighbor that sparked this now international story, CNN cuts the guest and blocks the note from its viewers.
You're not curious what I passed to George Clooney, huh?
No, and I don't have time. A couple has to raise or contribute $353,400 for premium seating. Why is it obscene?
It's not only this Clooney event. It is the fact that she has now raised well over $15 million from Wall Street for her super PAC and millions more from the fossil fuel industry and from the drug companies.
So how do you launch a stunt that catches worldwide attention? We're standing here by the hundreds. As you can see, we've got camera people from all over, including The Hill, Variety Magazine, print, radio, and TV media. There's Jay Ponte, one of the greatest organizers ever, and we're waiting for Hillary Clinton's convoy to appear. But here's the plan. As the so-called 1% goes up the hill toward Clooney's, we wait for the Clinton convoy. And then, to make a bold example about big money and big politics, we'll shower her motorcade with thousands of $1 bills.
We're in the money. We're in the money. We've got a lot of money. Takes to go on. We're in the money. The skies are sunny. You are through.
And after the well-timed stunt went off without a hitch, hundreds of people poured into the streets.
On her way to a fundraiser at George Clooney's house last night, Hillary Clinton's motorcade was showered with $1,001 bills. The host of that fundraiser, George Clooney, what's interesting is he seems to agree.
And they're right to protest. They're absolutely right. It is an obscene amount of money. The Sanders campaign, when they talk about it, is absolutely right. It's ridiculous that we should have this kind of money in politics. I agree.
Hillary Clinton spends the day in Southern California, but outside a fundraiser at George Clooney's house, Bernie Sanders supporters make it known.
We're in the money.
Bernie Sanders supporters shower Hillary Clinton in cold hard cash as she heads up Fryman Canyon to a celebrity-filled big money fundraiser at George and Amal Clooney's home.
Well, money is in the air. Just 2 days before the crucial New York primary, Bernie Sanders supporters showered Hillary Clinton's motorcade with $1,001 bills.
During a campaign stop in L.A. tonight, Bernie Sanders supporters showered Clinton's motorcade with dollar bills.
This weekend, Sanders supporters showered Clinton's motorcade with dollar bills on our way to a high-dollar fundraiser, angering many Clinton supporters.
These are Bernie Sanders supporters. When Clinton's motorcade drove by, they threw money at the car.
While headed to tonight's event, her motorcade was showered with cash. Supporters of Bernie Sanders tossed dozens of dollar bills at her.
Over the weekend, his supporters mocked Clinton by tossing wads of dollar bills at her motorcade near the home of actor George Clooney, who was hosting a California fundraiser for Clinton.
When I think about the amount of money being raised at this fundraiser, the smallest ticket is $34,000 a plate. Even minimum wage workers making $15 an hour would not even hit that.
Sanders getting his own star support as those feeling the burn celebrate his growing popularity and criticize Clinton's top dollar events.
What's happening up the Hill is just emblematic of a group of people that are just out of touch with what's really going on in this country.
Clooney was spotted Friday night at Clinton's big money fundraiser in San Francisco. The event at his home here in LA is even bigger. Some donors pledging more than $350,000.
$27.
In response, Sanders is running a new TV ad in California, contrasting his average $27 contribution with Clinton's six-figure fundraising.
Hello, South LA!
Back in celebrity-filled Fryman Canyon, actress Leah Thompson posted her support of both Democratic presidential candidates and her preference.
I've always admired her. She's got a lot of strength. I could never, this makes me nervous. I couldn't do what she does. And I think she's kind of amazing.
Special shout out in this picture. Wearing the red sport coat is Jay Ponte, one of the greatest organizers and activists I've ever met. And to my right is Kai Ahrens, responsible for all the beautiful artwork you've seen here. And just remember, when it comes to your democracy, never say,
no, and I don't have time.